Hello, little love bugs. Today is another me doing chores while you guys watch, I guess. I was gonna say while we chat, but you guys can't say a thing. So yeah, today, this is a chore I wouldn't even call it a chore, it's just like a task. This is a task I've been needing to do for months. And it's the same with like my repotting plant video. It's like I need to do this literally months ago, weeks ago, and I just didn't really want to. I feel like truly school took all of the energy out of me and it was just terrible. But I will say my job does not take all the energy out of me. I don't know if it's like, because like at school I was socializing all the time basically. Like I feel like, I'm saying like a lot, I feel like all of my classes were just yap sessions and I love them. Like I love talking to my friends, but I feel like the thing that literally like makes me feel the most tired is like doing a bunch of social activities in a row all the time. And that's what school was. Like it was like 5 days all in a row, just talking to people all the time. And if I ever went to a speech tournament, that was like 12 hours to like 16 hours of me again just talking like all the time. So I feel like I was really socially drained, and that is like a lot of my energy. And it's not that I hate, like I'm not an introvert. I'm like definitely an ambivert. Like it just depends, but I feel like during school, like having homework on top of all of the social stuff, it's like it's too much for me. But for work, it's just like I talk a little bit and then I also like do my work, because it's very like my job is very much a we do this, we complete this set of tasks, and then you get a little break, and then you have a new set of tasks and you get a little break. And it's like really, I love my job so much. I just gotta say this, like I feel so happy and like content with my job. I love my job so much. I'm so thankful for my job. I just want to put that out there because I really do love my job. But anyways, so yeah, I feel like during school time I just like had no energy ever, but now I feel like I have a lot more energy, so it's great. Like I just got out of an 8-hour shift, and the fact that I'm able to like do anything at all is kind of surprising me, because if this was me coming home from school, I would want to like knock out immediately and just snooze the freaking afternoon away. But no, I'm here, I'm getting stuff done. I also did one thing that always motivates me is telling someone that I'm going to do something, because I told Marios, I was like, hey, I'm gonna film a YouTube video when I get home. And I got home and I was like, do I really want to do that? And then I was like, well, I already told Marios I was gonna do it, so I have to do it now. So yeah, that is what we're doing. So we're gonna be putting up, did I say what I was doing? We're gonna be putting up art on my wall. A lot of this, I don't know, I said a lot. Literally all of it is my art that I made during the school year. This is all like paintings, or like I write here, okay, yes. Right here, this is a poster that I made for my graphic design class, but it was also for the band that I was briefly a part of and still kind of am. We're just like honestly too busy to do practices, but I guess if we ever wanted to get the band back together, we could. And then also have, this is gonna do right now immediately, but we also have some prints of my art, and then also some prints of my photography, because I took a photography class last year. So first we're going to cut these out so they're not so crazy. I honestly don't even know, like I don't know why they were cut out like, or like printed. I don't know why they were printed like this. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, yeah, these are just some prints that I like. This one is, hold on. These were all taken kind of like near the beginning of the year, so if they're kind of like shit and trash, that's why. But I will show you these, and then we're gonna get to cutting, and then we will talk it up. These I think are really nice. They're literally just some fruit. Well, not fruit, like little berries from a tree in my school's courtyard. This is just, I don't know, I like what I did here. I think it's cool and awesome. And then once more, we have some berries and stuff. Then we also have, this is a set of pictures. Basically, we had to like take little like normal like crowns and stuff and like take pictures of them, but I hated, like the project was really mundane. Like you were just supposed to take pictures, and I understand like a lot of photography is like the basics. Like it sounds really boring, like just taking pictures of like still objects, like doing nothing. Like it sounds really boring, but it's like really important to the basics of photography, so I understand the importance of it, but I was sick and tired of it, and so I needed to do something fun. And so basically I used these, I forget the name, pipe cleaners, and I made them into like little aliens, and here they were in a tree in the courtyard, and then here on the railing of some stairs in my school, or old school, I guess, now that I've graduated. So yeah, that is the plan for today. And anyways, I've been talking a long time, so I feel like we should actually get to doing my thing. They're going to all go up on this wall, the wall here, and the wall there. If I don't have enough space, I might put them on some other walls, but we'll see, I guess. Let me go get my scissors, and then we'll get to doing. I was gonna say earlier that if you heard some labored breathing, that's my dog, because we just took her out on a walk. She's very cute. You know, you guys know her, obviously, of course. Who doesn't know my dog? I feel like I'm not getting enough light here. Hold on. I'm like scared to like freak it up. I have a paper, or yeah, well, I have a paper cutter thingy, but it's not for this big of paper. It's like my grandma's when she was a teacher, so it's not really this big. Hold on, I'm gonna move this light so it's a little more on me. Am I looking good or what? Anyways, where am I supposed to go? We're just gonna cut this. We're just gonna get to cutting. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I had ideas of what I want to talk about, but I'm really not sure anymore. I feel like I'm just having a time. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to think of things to talk about while I do this. I feel like while I was cutting out and stuff, I should have been explaining everything. I guess since we're talking, like we're doing all the photography stuff, like cutting all of it out, I'll talk about my photography class. I really did enjoy my photography class. I think the biggest issue for me, and this is no fault to my teacher, you know, like this was not at all her fault. The class was truly, it was too easy for me, and I feel really bad saying that because I know a lot of people were struggling with the class, which is totally okay. Like, you're allowed to not get this stuff immediately, but I've always been really interested in like a variety of different arts, and so I had already known how to use a camera, and I already knew the like basics of like how cameras work, like actually function. I think it's interesting, so I already knew, and so it was honestly a really easy class. A lot of the time, like, I got so much reading done in that class because I'd get finished with my work and then I'd immediately start reading because we weren't allowed to have our phones. Like, phones were banned at my school at my last year, which is kind of evil, but I guess I understand, you know, phone equal bad or something. But, you know, it was like, I just would pull out my book. Also, okay, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but when I'm in public, I hate to be seen on my phone. Like, I feel like I look like such a loser. Like, I am out here living life, and, you know, the sun is shining, the grass is green, or, like, you know, like, the world is beautiful. The world is my oyster, you know, like, there's so much to do in life, and I'm here on my phone. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that's such loser behavior. It's not, truly, but in my mind, I like feel really embarrassed to be on my phone all the time. And so I hated the idea of me not like just being on my school computer all the time. Like, I hated that. Like, I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't know if I'm going to put these pictures up. I think they're cool in concept, but I think that they're hard to see what's going on. Basically, in these photos, we did some light painting, and oh, hold on, everyone. I got to change my SD card. Never used this SD card before, so okay, it's not giving me like a you're running out of memory signal, so everything's okay now. Anyways, for these paintings, I feel like I look really like it's bright. Anyways, so what was I saying? Oh, so we were doing some light painting, and I wanted a cool photo where it looked like I was like shooting stuff out of my hands, and I actually really liked how that one came out. I think I should have edited it, but we weren't at the stage of that. She did not want us to be editing our photos yet. I don't understand why, but you know what? I'm not going to criticize my teacher. She's a lovely woman. So, and then here, I think it's really hard to tell, but someone is shooting it, and then someone's getting blasted. But I think it's really hard to tell because it's just so dark. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I might hang them up, like I might do something cool. But yeah, so continuing on, I actually really liked this light painting assignment. I thought it was really interesting and cool and fun, and I love things that are interesting, cool, and fun. Honestly, okay, the only reason I was in the only reason I was in photography was because I didn't have, I wanted to take graphic design, but it didn't fit in my schedule. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'll just take something else. And I knew, so one of the reasons I wanted to take graphic design was because I knew the teacher. I thought she was my teacher the year before last. And so, you know, I was like, okay, I want to have her again. I know she's like a fun, good teacher and all that jazz. So I was like, okay, I'll just take her again. And I knew I wanted to take a graphic design class. So I was like, okay, perfect. But then I heard from my counselor and he was like, no, not perfect. This does not fit with your schedule. And I was like, oh, okay, shucks. It all worked out because I ended up taking a college graphic design class, which I loved so deeply. And we'll actually probably talk about that when I get to putting up that little poster. I'm going to have to put like sticky notes over it though, because it has like the poster is like real and not fake. Like it was actually when me and my band performed. So I don't want that lamb blasted on the freaking internet. But yeah, it all worked out in the end. I did like my photography class. I think the worst part about it was my first period. And I had no friends in that class, like truly no friends. One of my friend's little sisters was in that class, but I'm like, okay, not like, oh, my humor is so unique and so different. It's like, I don't know how to interact with people unless I'm like feeling wacky and crazy. I don't know. Like, until they give me a clear sign that they are okay with my humor, I have a really hard time doing that. So if like the first attempt of me making a joke doesn't work and doesn't land, I'm done. Like I can't do it anymore. It makes me too, like, I'm distraught. I'm upset. No, I'm not. I'm just like, well, I guess it didn't work. I guess I'm too quiet now. And also, it being my first period, I was super tired all the time. Because like getting up that early, it's so simple. And like I did it for years, but suddenly my senior year and I couldn't do it anymore. I don't even know what happened. But yeah, so I was like super tired. I was scared. Like everyone in that photography, it was a photography 1 class. It wasn't like photography 2, like we're like, you know, so I was like not the only senior, but I think there were like 3 seniors in that class, or maybe 4. And none of them I knew, and I was scared of all of them. And I'm not like scared of people younger than me, but I just don't, like, what's hip with the kids? That's so corny. But like, I just didn't know how to talk to them, and I was scared, and I was frightened. And it's so dumb because literally, because I was in Mission Bay, I ended up being friends with quite a few, like, sophomores, juniors, and a few freshmen. And so, like, I totally knew how to interact with people younger than me, but for some reason, it just freaked me out. And also, I don't know, I feel like everyone in that class, like, we were just totally okay. I just feel like we didn't vibe. We didn't mesh well. You know, like, we're all good people without interacting. But, like, the moment we interact, like, the vibes are just so off. And so, it never worked out, and I didn't have any friends, and so I was really lonely all the time. And I didn't have anyone to talk to, and it was just really kind of boring for me. It was just, like, I loved what I did. Like, every time I got to get a camera, and, like, I got to take photos and, like, work with, like, actually taking, you know, doing photography and stuff, I really enjoyed it. But outside of that, it was just, like, I don't really enjoy what I'm doing. And so it just made the class really uncomfortable and everything like that. She was really, I love my teacher. Like, I'm not kidding when I say this. She is such a sweet teacher, and she's so nice and, you know, just wonderful. And yeah, so it's definitely not the teacher's fault at all. It was just like, I feel like it was a collection of bad things that made the class, like, not my favorite in the world, you know. I think had I had more friends, or had I not been, like, not advanced, but if I had, like, not known as much as I did, I would have made the class more interesting at the very least, because I wouldn't just be, like, finished in, like, the first 20 minutes of class and then had, like, the last 40 to do whatever the hell I wanted, you know. So it was just, it's tough. It was rough. It was not my favorite class in the world. But you know what? I got through it, and I did love the class. You know, just because it wasn't my favorite doesn't mean I didn't like the class. Like, don't even freaking play with me. So yeah, that was my photography class experience, and I actually really recommend anyone who wants to get into photography, if they are able to, especially in, like, as a high school class, I really would say you should take a photography class if you know that the teacher isn't, like, shitty and awful, you know. because I'm sure there are a lot of teachers who can make a fun subject. Sure, I know there are teachers who can make a really fun, awesome, amazing subject into something like terrible, which is so awful. I almost said awesome, but so awful. And actually, this is fantastic because I just finished cutting everything up. Okay, look, I feel like they look better when they don't have like a bajillion white space around them. I did leave a little bit of an outline because I like the look of it. Okay, anyways, you get it. We'll see them later in life. That is that done. Okay. I don't know what to do with this because I don't want to throw this away, but like, what am I going to do with this? It just feels like a waste. Maybe I'll go to the recycling center soon enough and I'll recycle it or something. Okay, next, since we're actually about to start cutting up some of my drawing, these are all drawings from not very recently. This was from the beginning of the year, technically last year, like very last year. Like this was for this is for New Year's. So, and I actually posted this. If you guys follow me on Tumblr, you would have seen it, but I don't have that many followers on Tumblr because I don't post very often and I don't have it linked anywhere. So hooray! But it's where I've been posting. Okay. I have recently, like, I don't know if I want to talk about this video. I'm going to talk about it again. I know for a fact I will. But we're just going to dip our toes into the topic. I have recently absolutely, like, fallen in love with drawing again. I drew this drawing of Iwaizumi from Haikyuu and it spurred something in me that I did not know still existed. I think I've talked about it like a little bit, but like I've really been struggling with my art recently. Like it's not been coming to me as like as much as it used to. I feel like I was just so like I've been so unconfident with my art and like been like everything sucks, like this is all terrible and awful. And I can acknowledge that art, like the art I make, is occasionally good. Like I really like how this turned out. I think it's really cute and like spectacular and fantastic. Like this is amazing. It's actually one of my favorite things I've ever done. So I can acknowledge that my art can be good, but it just happened so infrequently that it really just ruined my confidence in all things art related, especially because I think the one thing that really got me down, like looking back on everything, the one thing that really got me down was the fact that I had some really like grandiose ideas and I could never ever never follow through with them. Like I could never actually have my drawings live up to what was in my mind. And so it really made me struggle with how I perceived my art. And it totally ruined the drawing process for me. Like I couldn't sit there, do my art and think, wow, this is gonna turn out good, or like, oh, I just need to trust the process. I just automatically assumed that whatever I drew was not gonna be as good as I wanted it to be. So it just really, it ruffled my feathers in a terrible way. And I hadn't really drawn consistently in the last 3 years. Like I drew on and off. I drew a lot for like my friends, I guess, like Mirios. Like this was a gift from Mirios. I love how this turned out as well. It was very sweet and cutesy. But anyways, so like I could on the occasion draw. I don't need to cut this one, but here it is. I could on the occasion draw, but it just was never consistent, and it was like very one-off, and like I would be like, oh, I'm proud of this, and then it would just like fade away and I wouldn't want to do it anymore because I just knew the next time I did it, it would be so awful and so terrible. So I really just honestly gave up. And it's, as much as it sucks to say that, it was just the truth. Like I just really did. But drew Iwaizumi from Haikyuu and truly feel like everything. I feel like I don't want to share because like not that no idea. Okay. I don't know what just happened. I have no idea why, but my camera just like stopped recording for some reason. And I don't know if it was something I did or not. But low-key, if the rest, this is so, why am I doing like this? If the rest of the video is kind of, if this happens again, you'll see me again. But I showed the picture that I was talking about. But I don't know why that happened. And it kind of looks like it did it again, so just be weary. You know not where your adversaries lie and all that jazz. Wow! You guys don't get to see it. I'm so sorry, but just know it was a fire picture. If you want to see it, it's on my Tumblr account. Yay. We're done with that. Oh, don't look at my feet, guys. That was so weird of you. Anyways, let's get started. I'm just going to put up with tape because I'm a lazy bones. Anyways, we're gonna start with this, and I think we're on a very artsy kind of talk roll. So we're just gonna talk more about some arts related things, and specifically a lot of this, all of the art that I'm about to put up. No, well, okay, all of the like hand painted, like paint on paper, not printed out stuff. All of that is from my art class. So we're gonna talk about my art class because I feel like I did not vlog a lot my senior year. I don't know if you guys noticed, but someone was not super, how do you say, como se dice, I actually just forgot the word, was not very consistent during, you know, the last 12 months or so. And you know what? There are many reasons, and it's all, I was just going through it, I feel. But yeah, I was not at all very consistent. I was not really doing a lot. I was truly, okay, don't know how to describe this other than like just the truth. I came home from school and I slept, and then I would wake up for like 4 hours and like just probably scroll on freaking YouTube or like TikTok or something, and then guess what? I'd go to sleep, and then I just do that again for like days on end. It was terrible. But yeah, I was not really living it up in a sense. In any sense, really. So yeah, I don't know how I should have my camera, because here is when I'm doing my talking and yapping. But then, okay guys, look at how cute this is. This is me and my dog, Old Dog Buddy, and Muggsy, and look how cute is that. Anyways, yeah, I was not in it to win it, I don't think. I was in it to lose. But yeah, my art class, like I said, right, I've been struggling to draw consistently and well for the last 3 years. So being in 3, or I guess technically 4, but I don't really count photography in that same way. But being in 3 art classes at the same time was a deep struggle. To be honest, okay, I was doing in jewelry and ceramics, it was totally fine, and I was like able to express myself very creatively and freely, and I loved my ceramics class and my jewelry class. But my drawing class, it was AP art. Something about it, I feel like I never did any work. I got nothing done. It was horrible. So I was like, how much time? I forgot I filmed multiple clips. But absolutely dreadful. I got nothing done. I felt like all I did was like yap, yap, yap. And then sometimes I would draw like this, drew that. But like, what? It just felt like I was getting absolutely nowhere. I don't know. It just was so, I hope you guys can hear me, by the way. But it was so bad. I would go in with like the hope and the dream of drawing and getting stuff done, and I literally never would. Literally never. I feel like it was like once in a blue moon in that class would I actually draw something, especially draw something that I'm like genuinely proud of. Like, that's the thing. It's like I could draw stuff, and me, if I'm not proud of it, I'm not gonna can take it. It's fake. That's not real, right? And so that's precisely what had happened in my art class. Like, I never made anything I was proud of. That's not true. I hardly ever made anything I was proud of. And things that I did make that I was proud of just felt so silly. And it was like, I'm in AP art. I need to be doing something with like meaning and a message. And I never could. Never. There was no message. But that's like how I take art. Like, my art is never, like, it's never been for some sort of message. I just draw because I think art is beautiful and lovely. This is something I was immensely proud of. It's a little bear, and there's FNAF as well. But it's like, I could draw so many things, and I was never ever proud of any of it, really. And it just absolutely drained. It was so draining to hate everything I made. Like, I'm sure people can relate to this, but like, I feel like it's really not talked about enough. exactly how draining it is to not be proud and fulfilled by the things that you're making. Like, and not in like a work way, like in a, you know, you're creative, you love making things, but you just can't, like, nothing is working out. It's like, so, it's heartbreaking. I feel that is off-centered and it's heaving me off. Hold on. It's like I could make and make and make and nothing would ever look good, and it was just, it really hurt, like, my soul. Like, it was, if there's someone who's like created for so long, like, I've been drawing and making art since I was in 5th grade, if not longer, but I count like 5th grade as like the year I was like, oh wait, I like drawing, you know? And so it's like, this has been going on for like 7 years of my life, 9 years of my life, and like all of a sudden I just can't do it anymore. What's going on? It's like, it really, not the end of the world, but like to little, you know, teenage me, you know, teenage me as in a year ago, because I still am 18, felt like I was just like losing myself, and I was having a really hard time feeling fulfilled. I think that honestly led to a lot of me not making a lot of stuff, because like, even in making, you know, YouTube videos, it's like, that's still creative work, and not that I was not proud of anything I made for YouTube. It was just like, just doing things creatively really was taking a large toll on me in ways that I didn't really expect, especially for my senior year, because I went into my senior year really excited to make things, and to have my art class feel so, just like, feel like I was like always like getting beat down. It like really sucked. Like, it was not good. And it really like ruined my self-esteem, especially when it came to making art. It like made me feel really sad. It made me feel really stressed. And it's tough. Like, I really struggled a lot. Like, I would go into my, like, first period, like I said, kind of lonely, kind of boring, you know, nothing I couldn't handle, you know, like, I've been bored and I've been lonely before. I don't give a ding dong about that. But I'd go into my second period. I loved my second period, my jewelry class, loved it. Like, we chatted it up. It was always a grand time. I loved doing things. Like, last year, or last school year, I guess I should say, was truly the year of me realizing I love 3D art. It was just absolutely lovely. Like, or the last 2 years, honestly, probably, like, crocheting, sewing, you know, ceramics, all like me finding a new medium. But I missed my bread and my freaking butter. You know, like, drawing 2D art was like my bread and my butter. And so I missed it. Like, I wanted it back. I wanted to be able to do it again and have a good time. And it was a bit of a harrowing experience, I guess I would say. And so, yeah, it was just tough. I don't even know where I was going. I feel like I was saying something. I don't remember what I was saying. But yeah, just how it was feeling. It was like, ugh, I hate that I'm feeling this way and I don't know how to make it stop. And that was like the biggest thing. It's like, I didn't know how to make it, I didn't know how to get better. And not in like how to get better at drawing way. Because, like, I know how to improve my artistic skills, you know, on an objective standpoint, right? I know there are things I can do. Like, I can do art studies. I can, like, practice anatomy, blah, 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 blah. I can do all these things. But, like, that's not what I was missing. That's not what I wanted to get better. I wanted to get better at, like, feeling like myself again. Like, I wanted to feel like art was worth again. I wanted to get better at feeling like that. I didn't know how. It was just so frustrating. And even at the end of the year, because, like, for anyone who's taken AP art, right, I feel like maybe I'm not the only one, but maybe this is, like, not as, unique, or this is more of a unique student, but I'm sure literally every AP art student is this. Like, you know, waiting until, like, the last month to do everything. That was literally me. And so I was like, oh, you know what? All I need is just a bit of pressure, and I'll start feeling like, you know, I'll start drawing to draw again. Didn't happen. Maybe I'll make a video of me reacting to my AP art scores, but I don't think they're going to be very good. Like, I joke, and, like, my friends at the end of the year were like, what are we going to get on our AP art? And I was like, 5! I do not think so. Like, it was disastrous, truthfully. But yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to find somewhere I want to put this. Oh. I was like, all I need is a bit of pressure and I will be able to succeed. Because I feel like that really does, like, pressure on myself really does, like, help me create better. Because if I don't have a reason to, it's really hard for my brain to understand that I should, even if I, like, don't have to. So I was like, you know, it'll be, once that happens, you know, it'll be great. I'll be able to work really hard. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Yeah, didn't happen at all. So that was just more of a freaking shot to the heart. It's just really, it was terrible. And then, well, okay, sort of coinciding, there was a senior showcase where seniors, and then also it was like a school showcase, but it wasn't like, you specifically had like a senior portfolio that you could submit. And I went in and I was setting my stuff up and I looked at everyone else's and I was like, wow, like, they've truly made so much stuff and done such creative things, and what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? I don't understand where I'm going, what I'm doing with my art. I don't understand, like, I don't even enjoy making art right now. Like, it was, and it was like such like a, it was not really, it's like a moment, like a core memory for me, truly. It like was like me, I was like me looking and being like, what am I doing? Like, it made me realize like, maybe art isn't something I can do in the future, which really sucks. 'Cause, like, for years I was like, I want to be like an illustrator, I want to blah blah blah, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's like all art related. And then I was sitting there doing sort of like in like seeing all my art in like a museum, and I was like, this is like all of my art I feel like is really not very good. I don't really like what I'm making. I don't really like how I feel, and it was just, I hated every bit of it. Not every bit of it. It was actually really cool to see my art in a museum, but like, it was also very sad. Like, two things can be true. I was very sad and very happy. So that was confusing for me, but yeah, I was just going, I felt like art-wise, I felt like I was really going through the motions of art and not really, like, doing art because I like doing art, you know? And I didn't really like that. Like I said, pressure has often been a reason for me to do things. I don't know if I've mentioned it here, but when I needed to post a YouTube video, or if I really want to post a YouTube video, what I'll have happen is I'll tell Miriam, I was like, pretend like you're my boss, and that we have like deadlines to hit, and like our stocks are crashing, you know, and it really helps me. I'm like, wow, you know what, you're right, I gotta lock in. And so yeah, that sort of stuff like does genuinely like help me. But when it came to creating art for myself, and that was what it felt like a lot of like AP art stuff and like drawing, it's very personal to me unless it's for like YouTube, you know? And so it was a little rough in no uncertain terms to have nothing work. And I went to my tried and true methods, like drawing my favorite characters, drawing my favorite OC, like doing all this stuff, and it was not working, and it sucked. Like, I don't even know how to say it in a different way. It really did. It really sucked. Felt awful. Didn't feel like I was doing anything. I'm saying the same thing over, but it was, that's how it felt, and I've not really expressed these in words. So yeah, but we're overcoming it, we're processing, we're going through it, you know, we're getting things done. I need to put that thing back up, that license plate. Anyways, yeah, that was my art class experience, which I feel like sucks. Like, I don't know how to explain it in words. I was so excited to be taking art classes, especially like AP art. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so exciting. It's gonna be so fun. I'm so ready for this. And to have it all ruined by me feeling disastrous? Like, are you kidding me? Again, this is very like, not at all serious problems. Like, there are bigger problems in the world. But it again, my brain cataloged it as something very large. So, yeah. I really like where that's put. When I'm done, I'll like take it all around, and you won't just see like everything from a small little angle. But yeah, that's just how it was feeling. I wish I should have put everything up closer to the camera before I put it up, but it's okay. I feel like I want to put these two like doing something cool, like having a cool, like, I don't know. Anyways, let's see. I don't want to talk about me being like sad about my art. Lechonk, not Lechonk. My keys at the door, by the way. If anyone can hear that scratching, I'm not sure if you guys can. I suppose we can talk about how, I don't know, I want to save it for like a different video because the way I'm feeling right now, like art related, it's like, feels crazy. I am almost done with this though. I only have a few more things to put up and then I'll be done. I feel like I've been, like my last video was like 40 minutes, 30 minutes? I don't know. And so, I don't want every video to be a freaking million hours long or something like that, but anywho. Let's think. What else can I talk about? Maybe I'll talk about like doing chores. I don't want to talk about that. That's boring. Boring schmoring. I will say, I was talking to Mira about how we're probably going to do like another me doing my chores video again. And he was like, oh, but I love those videos. I was like, yeah, you're right. I really do. The best thing for me right now, you know, is, because I have a few things I need to do around the house. I don't always say like that, like I own the house or anything, but I guess I have a few chores, a few things I want to do. And I do really enjoy the idea of turning them into YouTube videos because it's like feeding two birds with one scone. And it's like, let's go. I'm accomplishing so many things there's so many more things than if I had just done one. And Mira said this, he was like, yeah, I feel like that's a lot of fun though, like getting to, hold on, I'm thinking for some reason. That was really hard for my brain to comprehend. I didn't know why putting this photos up hurt my brain so much. But, what was I saying? Oh, it's like making, like if I was just doing the chore, then I was just doing the chore, but if I'm doing the chore and filming a video, then I'm filming a video and doing the chore. So it's like, I'm doing so much. I'm being a freaking productivity master. I will say, I feel like I just really want to do more like YouTube related things or video related things for at least. Cause like it's the same thing with streaming. It's like, oh, I should talk about this. I will. But yeah, same thing with streaming. It's like, I love streaming. I love making YouTube videos. But the idea of doing it is like, something about it. It's like, why do I struggle so much with just the idea of making a YouTube video? It makes no sense to me because I really enjoy making YouTube videos. And so I feel like I just need to force myself to do it because I know I'm going to have a good time. There's just something about it that's like makes me forget. But streaming, sigh. I really like streaming. I've got to hang that back up. I really like streaming video games and stuff. But my computer has recently, as in like about 8 months ago, sort of died a little bit. Like, it still works. I can watch YouTube videos and like open Discord, but like trying to run a game on it makes the computer want to crash and die really bad. So yeah, that's really unfortunate. And so I haven't been able to stream. Honestly, I think that might have contributed to me not posting as much on YouTube, is because I like editing on my PC a lot. It's like, well, one, so much faster. But two, it feels quite professional. Like, I feel like, oh, I'm like doing something cool and awesome, and like I'm working really hard, blah, 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 blah. You know, like, it's like putting on like some sort of like outfit when you clean, because it like makes you feel more productive even though it's not actually doing anything. And that's how working at my computer felt. It was like I felt like I was doing something more productive, and so it was awesome. But now that my PC isn't even able to run like that, it's like I just get on my laptop in my bed and I'm like, bleh. But I will say, one thing I've noticed about me is doing things at my bed, it like kills me, like my productivity. Where do I want to put this? Hold on, everyone. No. Okay, I think I'll put it here. But yeah, it like kills my productivity. I feel like it's just like, I know that people say it all the time, like try and separate like your sleep place and where you work place. But for some reason, like I can just literally, if I wanted to, I can just go work in my dining room or something like that. I can just go to my table, my dining room, and work there. But for some reason, like I just don't. But like drawing wise, it's really hard for me to draw on my bed, like on my drawing tablet and stuff, because it's like, this is where I'm sleeping. I'm supposed to be relaxing here. And not that drawing isn't relaxing. It's just like it's a different kind of relaxing. So it needs a different sort of vibe. I should have filmed before I put everything up. Well, it's too late now. Anyways. I have an idea. I know where I want to go. Anyways. What was I just saying? Oh, working not at my bed. So I think I'm going to probably, hopefully, now that I'm learning, you know, somehow after, you know, 18 years, I'm finally learning something about myself, you know, it'll help me, you know, not being in my bed will help me. You sort of lock in a little bit more, be more productive and all that jazz. But yeah. Oh, the other day, I was hanging out with my friends. I didn't realize it, but I was talking in a Texan accent for so much of the conversation, I didn't even realize it. I genuinely thought I was talking normally, and I'm sure, like, there's always points in time where I, like, you can tell I'm from Texas a little more than usual, but I was, the full-on southern twang was there, and it was kind of crazy, and I'm, like, I realized, I was like, have I been talking like that the whole time? They were like, yeah, you have. I was like, what are you talking about? No, I haven't, but I totally had been. And I thought it was a little bananas that I had been acting like that, or talking like that. Because I don't usually. I'm usually, like, this is like my normal accent. Sorry, everyone. It's like my normal accent. I'm sure there's, like, it's not like the default accent, obviously, but what is the default accent, anywho? But yeah, Oh my, something's in my eye. Okay, I'm gonna put that there. Hold on, guys, something in my eye. Yeah, I just think it was crazy that I was talking like that. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was saying, I should say. Whoa. What was I talking about before that? Something about something. Anywho. I do wish I would have filmed it before, but you guys have seen my wall before. Like, just look at my old videos, and you will have seen it. And, like, you really think about it, you just go through to where all the things were not there before. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways. I just wanted to start filming, and then I did think about it. Unfortunately, I think this will be a really nice background for YouTube videos, though. I do think I really want to put something there. But there's, like, a few prints and stuff that I have. They're, like, from calendars. But I have a few, like, prints that I want to also fill the wall. So I'm not trying to fill it up all the way. I'm just trying to, like, get a good vibe. Oh, my days. Sorry. I'm just trying to get a good vibe. Because, hold on, everyone. I'm thinking, using my brain again. It's really hard. Okay. Sorry. I don't remember what I was saying. Something about using my brain. No. Oh, So I'm not filling it up all the way, but there's some empty spots that I really would like to fill up, but I need to do that another time. Because I know if I put up that plus all this, it's going to be a freaking bajillion a bajillion hour long, bajillion minute long video. And as much as I think that's fantastic, I'm not down for that today. Unfortunately. But we're getting going. We're almost done. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more things to put up, and that's very exciting because I've really been putting this off for months. Like, this has been a collection of art over the last like year and a half probably. So very cool. Well, okay. Well, yes. I was gonna say not true, but actually yes, true, because some of the digital art I printed is from about a year and a half ago. So. Yeah, I'm liking how it's looking. I think it looks kind of fire. You're looking at a corner, which is not very much of it, so that's unfortunate. But there, you can see more of it now. Okay. I'm sure some of these are gonna fall down, but if they're like sitting on my bed and stuff, they'll annoy me enough to where I'll just put them back up in due time, as in like as soon as they fall down. I really like that one right there. That one I think looks quite nice. Delightful indeed. How brilliant. Oh, I'm like a little mousy. How brilliant, one might say. Okay, we're almost. I feel like I need to put more on this wall. Okay, on that wall right there. And I think I will. Oh, let me move over here. Because this wall is looking quite a bit barren. Okay. Yeah, we're almost done. One thing about making videos like this is my voice, or my throat and my mouth gets really dry when I talk this much. Because I'm just yapping it up. And I've already, like I said, 8-hour shift, and I will say I work sort of in the service industry, sort of, if you will. And so, yeah, I do talk to customers, which means talking to customers and talking to my coworkers and then talking to myself, and then talking to my family, and then, yeah, talking to this. It's just a lot of talking. But that doesn't mean I don't like it. Like I said earlier, I'm not an introvert. I've never even classified myself. Like, I would say, like, maybe my 13-year-old self, like, emo 13-year-old self thought I was an introvert, but that's not even true. I have never at any point thought I was an introvert. I have at one point thought I was an extrovert, but I also don't think that's true. I think it really does depend on the day I'm having. Because, like, I wouldn't even say, like, I feel like sometimes it's like, oh, it depends on the person you're with. Like, you know, if you're gonna be, like, I'm about to get dangerous. I hope I don't die. It depends on, like, the person you're with, like, if you have, like, you know, if you're lower energy after hanging out, or if you're higher energy. For me, it's just, like, if I'm having a good day or not. It's, like, that. I feel like I'm gonna fall. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Because, like, even if I'm, like, with a friend that I've hung out with before, and I'm, like, I know I'll have a good time, I'll just, like, okay, wait, hold up. I'm not making any sense. Okay. Like, let's say I hang out with a friend once, and then I, like, come back, and I'm, like, feeling super energized after that. And I'm like, oh, that would have been a great time, you know? I love that. This is fantastic, right? I'm feeling that. But then, let's say we ask to hang out again, and we're hanging out, and then that drains me so much. It really just, like, same person can be, like, even, like, the exact same kind of hangout, and I'll just still feel drained from it regardless. So, I really am, like, I feel like maybe not the truest form of an ambivert, but I feel like I'm very close to it. Like, neither extroverted nor introverted. Something's fallen again. Anything that falls, I just put more tape up on it. But yeah, that's how I feel. This is gonna be a long video again, especially because I don't think I have anything I want to cut. So that's perfect. Yay! I'm making these videos again too freaking long. That's not a bad thing, I suppose. Is that cool and awesome or nay? I feel like it's not cool and awesome. Hold on, everyone. I really like the overlapped look of things. Okay, we just hit 30 minutes on this clip, so we're getting a little crazy long, but there's only 2 more. There's only 2 more, and then putting that one back up, and we're done. So, it's okay. I don't know if people like longer videos or not. I don't know. I feel like longer videos or shorter videos are just easier to digest because there's less content in them. But longer videos perhaps have more substance. But I don't think that's true for this video. This video has been like a big yap fest. And you know me, I love a good yap fest. Like, this is kind of, okay. I've been watching, like, at work when I'm closing and stuff. I plug my camera in. Hello! What was I saying? I've been watching videos when I close. I literally just watch, like, it's like not a podcast, but I just watch videos that, like, where the person is talking and, like, just talking and not really doing anything, and it's like so relaxing and so calming. That's also kind of like the videos I like to watch when I draw. It's like something that is like, there's content, things are happening, like audio wise, but it's not something I really need to pay attention to visually. It's very nice to me, that sort of video. So yeah. Okay, we're almost done. This is the last one. Oh, something's about to fall, but I can't tell what. I can hear it. I'm gonna hear it in my sleep. Anyways, this I just want to talk about. This is the poster I was talking about. I covered it up a little bit so you guys can't find me. But this is my little Howie Battle of the Bands. That's my friend Ryan and Kanaya and Kim/Jenny, and then there's me and all the instruments that we play. So like, this is drums. She's the singer, bass guitar, and guitar. Hooray, how fun. And this is what I made for my design classes. The first, well, I guess one of the first, maybe it was the first, now that I'm thinking about it. First project we did where it was like truly our own design and nothing else. I feel like I'm lying to myself and that's not true. That's like not factual, but I think it is. Muggsy really wants in this room right now. He can tell I'm in here and he wants in. But I need to finish what I'm doing before I get distracted. So, and this is literally the last one, and then just fixing that other thing that fell. So, it's okay. We'll get to him soon enough. But yeah, I really enjoyed my graphic design class. I don't have a lot of chance, like a lot of time, literally, to talk about it because it's the last thing. But just an FYI for your information. I really enjoyed my graphic design class. And I think if you have a chance to take one, you should. Hooray. I know everyone has a good chance. But I also think graphic design as a whole is very, very interesting. So I support that. And I think it's very important, graphic design is. So hooray. And I will say in a very similar way that, okay guys, hold on. Ooh, okay. Okay, wait. Owie! Okay. Oh my gosh. We're done. What was I saying? Oh, in a similar way that my photography class was. My graphic design class was similar because it was like, I knew a lot about it. I already knew a lot of the basics of design. And so it was really fun. But I think the difference between my photography class and my design class is they're two different skills. Also, one was a college class and one was a high school class. I think those are very different things. But they were just taught differently. Anywho, let's get on. Let's move on. We're done. If you want me to come back to that topic, I can. But let's look at the final freaking product. Also, I'm attached to my freaking charger right now, so ignore it. I forgot. Wait, guys. Everyone hold on. Everyone calm down. Everyone calm down. Give me a moment. I'm not even done, guys. Why would you look when I'm not even finished? That's so rude of you guys. Hello? Why would you do that? I literally can't believe it. Just give me a moment, everyone. Just give me a moment. Please, a moment of your time. That'd be perfect. Oh my gosh, now that I'm stressing out. And Muggsy's giving me like a warning sign that if I don't let him in soon, he's gonna kill me or something. No! Why? What's happening? Okay. Okay. Now we're actually finished. Imagine something falls down again. That would be terrible. Let's take a look, see. Hopefully I can film long enough without my computer or my thing charging, dying, whatever the hell. Okay, here it is. Okay, my camera's about to die, so this is a very quick outro. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Love everyone. Love bugs. Hooray. Let's cheer and applause for me. Hooray. Bye-bye, everyone.